Good morning. How is everybody doing this fine day? Look what I got this morning. Cafe Cana recipes from the Hebridean island. Now I saw Monica Wilde promoting this, and she said there was lots of seaweed recipes, so that's why I got it. I don't buy a lot of books now because I'm a bag lady and I don't really have a place to store any junk. But I thought I want that. So we'll be looking at bringing some of these recipes into the Wild and Medicine Retreat, which is in 3 weeks. And look what else just arrived in this lovely tiny little bag. It is my parasite cleanse. Look at this, it's pretty crazy actually. Look, this is the power of homeopathy. I'm going to do a live with Giovanna on this. You can see that. So tiny, tiny, tiny little amounts of all the homeopathic remedies to clean my digestive system, my ecosystem, that jungle within, which we're constantly trying to balance the good flora with getting the critters out. So things have to come out and things have to go in. And this is going to help me balance my tummy jungle. So this morning we're going to talk about the thoughts, but let's just start off with the 478 because that will get us into state, and then we can look at what are we thinking and what are we believing, and what is that doing to ourselves? Is it doing this or is it doing this? Okay, so in for 4, hold for 7, and out for 8. And in and hold and out. And in and hold and out. And in and hold and out. Okay, and just take a nice deep breath in, and then we're going to do the psychological sigh. So breathe in and sigh out. Ah. Ah. One more. Ah. Okay. And just feel the difference for that literal 1 minute. I can feel myself buzzing already. Okay. So just feel. Now, if there's anything that you are having particular problems with right now, could be a situation, could be a person, could be finances, it could be just wondering what on earth I'm going to do. I was talking to a lovely GP at the weekend, and she was just saying how she wants to do something different, wants to change. And sometimes, that can be a challenge because there's the whole thing around bills have to get paid. And what can we do? Where can we put our time wisely that we can, let me just switch off Facebook, that we can really be the most effective in our role? And that is the challenge a lot of the time, is the not knowing. And as Joe Dispenza says, get very comfortable with the unknown. So let's look at maybe a situation that we're in right now. It might be somebody at work, maybe a situation at work, and maybe you can't really see a solution right now. And I'm going to show you how to demonstrate how you can reframe your sentences, either the inner voice or what you're saying to people or what you're writing down. And you can, and Gary Ferguson's going to be at the both festivals with the Combat Journal, explaining the power of writing things down and using that as an exercise and a therapy that we can do on ourselves. So if there's whatever it is that's causing you any grief right now, maybe you're looking after somebody. Maybe you're in conflict. Maybe somebody's cut you out. Maybe you've cut somebody out. Maybe there's a situation that you just cannot see past. If there's anything, ping it in the box. If there's anything particularly you'd like me to demonstrate on, just ping it in the box and we can work through it. But say, for example, there is somebody who's been treating you badly, whether that's in your family, in your workplace, or one of your friends, and you are making a story up about it because you're hurt, you're furious, you're resentful, you're disappointed, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's just all energy, remember. And we can change how we're perceiving it because this is all about perception. And it's very easy to get down a rabbit hole that will make you feel very powerless. What are we going to do? How can we change it all? There's so many things to change and everything's wrong and the government are corrupt. That's me. How are we going to fix it? So if you just think about the one thing you have to do, keep it simple, right? Is raise your own frequency from problem focused into solution orientated. And catch yourself if you're saying they are this, they are that. If you're bringing other people down, if you're judging somebody else hugely, maybe it's your body, because that's the other relationship that we can go into that can get very toxic because we're like, why is my body doing this? So it's like we're blaming someone, something, or the body. So, and that, of course, when we go, it's because of you. It's because this body's not working right. It's because that person's doing this. It's because that situation, because of my work, it's because of my parents, whatever it is. It's because of the planets. Whatever it is we're blaming for how we're feeling, the minute we go into blame, shame, complain, this always happens. They always do this, yada, 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 yada. The cells just go, oh, this is true. So if you're blaming or bringing somebody else down, because we're talking about this at the weekend, even in the so-called spiritual world, talking about each other's retreats, each other's breath work, bringing other people down. Fill your boots with that stuff if you want to, but let me assure you it doesn't work and it changes your chemistry. So hang about with people that are negative and enjoy that. Yeah, they're this, they're that. Nah, nah, nah. Enjoy it, fill your boots until you suddenly realise, whoa, every time I join in with that, I'm creating a different chemistry in my body and I am creating cellular contraction. And then you start going, ooh, because remember the interconnection. The body doesn't know the difference between you bringing something else or somebody else down and bringing yourself down. So let's do it around the body because I think most of us have criticised our body at some point, and maybe the body is not really allowing you to have a light, joyous, phenomenal experience right now. So if you're experiencing fatigue, for example, right, I am knackered, gubbed, effed, whatever it is you're saying about you. So remember, I am the most powerful affirmation you can ever utter. And you're probably saying, I am the very thing that you do not want to be, and you'll be believing it. At the weekend, somebody was saying that. So safe. I'm tired, but I am so tired because, yeah, Absolutely. I don't think there's anybody right now that's not going, "Oh my god, the levels of fatigue are unprecedented." And there can be loads of reasons for that, right? We're not talking about that today. So if you're telling that story, "I am so tired," what you're saying is, "I am fatigue," which clearly you're not. So when we I am tired. I am so tired. Is it true? So really feel into the body right now. I'm so tired. Is it true? Yes. Maybe it feels true because the thinking and the feeling match to prove us right. So can you absolutely know that this is true? If I walked into your house, your bedroom right now and said, "You've won the lottery. We're going on an amazing holiday and you can do whatever you want for the next year." How tired would you feel then? So is it true? Is it really, 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 really true? And you might still want to hang on to it. That's completely normal and there's no right or wrong here. That's just what you're believing, right? Question number 3. How does it make you feel when you choose to believe that thought? I am so tired. How does it make you feel when you're believing that? As if it's a fixed thing. Feel the body. Feel the body respond. Feel the cells going, hmm, is there a different way to do this? Question number 4. Who would you be without that thought? Okay. Fatigue can be there, and it probably will be, certainly at certain times of day, possibly the morning or the night time when you're meant to be going into sleep anyway. Maybe it comes through the day. But when you say I am, you're holding that reality in place and you're making a situation that you're not particularly enjoying, possibly, a fixed reality. Now, remember, we live in a subjective universe, not an objective one, much as it looks very objective. And what we're doing here is we're just kind of like shaking things up a wee bit, shaking the energy up a wee bit. So we turn that round and we turn it into a question. So instead of saying, "I'm so tired," we start to access consciousness and we use the frontal lobe of the brain. We light the brain up by turning it into a question. So when we let the brain lights up and it goes and we start to connect with the unified field of possibility, what would it take for me to have more energy when I wake up in the morning? Be very specific. Feel how that feels. What would it take? How do I get more energy? Right, so the brain's like that going, right, let's see. But what you have to remember when you ask a question is to be very alert and aware when you're going to get the answer. If you do this with me today, suddenly you'll find something will come into your feed. You'll meet somebody who's saying, "I did this and I felt so much better after it." You will get the solutions, and Heal Scotland's got literally hundreds of them for you. Intermittent fast, January's challenge, keep going with that. You probably did it and maybe you've slipped off the wagon. Breath work, daily breath work, even 1 minute to an hour, depending on how much time you've got. Letting go. You know, we're emotional beings, we're electromagnetic in nature, and we're sending information through the cells all day, every day. And when we do that, we are electrocuting ourselves. So your self-talk, the information you're putting through the cells, make sure it's the information that's going to take you where you want to go. Now, if you are feeling absurdly tired, and a lot of people are because long COVID, all the things that you've taken, etc., maybe your lifestyle, maybe, relationships, work, money issues. Yeah, we're bombarded with information, we're bombarded with fear. You're doing well if you're managing to move away from that energy right now. But this "I am this" is saying that it can't be changed. And if you remember, you're a vibrating energy mass, and at any given time, that energy can change. Seen this so many times. We're letting go with Joe Dispenza's work, the gut biome, the microbiome, healing can happen in an instant. And we're so caught up with the physical body and the concepts of time. And I bang on about that as well. You have to keep the protocols up for maybe years. And that's not something anybody wants to hear because we like destroying our body. We like all the crap things that we do and the stuff we put into it. But if you can take a few straws off the camel's back, you're going to have a lot more energy. And maybe you're in a job right now that pays the bills, that's not making you happy. Maybe you're in a relationship that you need to do a lot more work in and on. There's maybe things have to change, and maybe that does seem insurmountable. But just that, what if? What if I woke up in the morning feeling alive and alert and excited about my day? What would it take for me to really feel clarity about what I should be doing? So you start to play around with your own words and pay attention to what your body, because your cells are picking up on that. So instead of bumping your gums, don't get me wrong, of course we all do that and we still do it. But the problem is a lot of us are doing that all day long, and we're putting ourselves into fight or flight. The adrenaline starts running. The body, if you're in anxious, crazy, crazy mode, there's a good chance that it's because your body's shouting, I need help, I need water, I need sleep, I need the right building bricks to repair this building site, this tummy jungle. The body is communicating to you in feelings. And instead of taking a pill and dulling the feelings down, crazy thing to do. You have to learn how to fly this baby. And there's so many different ways. And I'm excited next week actually, to have Nicola Harkins on. We're going to be looking at the lymph and the liver. Well, I'm going to be talking about the liver. Nicola's going to be talking about the lymphatic system and how we can calm ourselves down and take ourselves out of fight or flight into rest, restore, and digest and repair. That's where you want to be. That's where there's nobody on this planet right now that doesn't need a little bit of healing. Healing takes on this kind of, I don't know, it's probably not the right word. It needs a wee bit of branding as well. Do you need some improving? Do you want to feel better? Let's improve things. Let's improve our clarity. Let's improve our energy levels. Let's improve our sleep quality. There's pretty much everybody needs to do that. Let's reconnect to nature. What would it take? Now, we've got the science, the data, all the things about sound healing, about light, about natural light, about sleep cycles, about the circadian rhythm. It's all there. And if you've not got the book, it's all in the book. But are you doing it? And the thing is, finding some protocols that you can use on a daily basis. Now, that question, if you're ruminating over near this and near that, is it true? Is that true? That thought that you've grabbed, always a negative one, and start believing it like a maniac, and then start telling everybody, and from this place of I'm the victim in this, I'm powerless in this. No, 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 no. What am I believing here? Is it true? How's it making me feel when I choose to believe the thought that came through my head? Ah, let me turn that out. What would it take for me to completely let that go? What would it take for me to release the good stress hormones into the body? And if you're finding it difficult to override the program, The reaction, you just get in the shower and turn that cold tap on. That'll blast you right out of that nonsense. So, or you lie down and do some proper breath work until you have changed your chemistry. There are so many things you can do. Maybe it's exercise, maybe it's qigong. Oh God, I love that qigong. Amazing woman. I'm getting her on to do a podcast on it, because talking about all the elements and the meridians and the colours and the sounds, and how the organs taking on all these emotions. And again, in Western medicine, your organs can be struggling under emotional weight, and then they operate on it. Oh, don't get me started, don't get me started. So if your organs are struggling, you look at the emotion, and then you start using these techniques, all the ones I've been teaching you through this month. All the videos are there. Just go in and click on the videos in the Wellness Hub or the Heal Scotland page. There's tons of information there to help you feel at peace and to move you out of the past, the programs, the reactions, and to take you into that cellular expansion where solutions suddenly appear. And that solution may be, I'm out of this job, I'm detaching from this relationship, I'm going to check my food and hydration intake, I'm going to do Giovanna's parasite cleanse. I'm going to bring Giovanna on and we'll talk through that in detail. So you have all these different options. I've got a new business where I can check if you've got parasites, etc. I'm not launching it right now because I'm just got far too much on. But it helps me. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be measuring what the parasites are doing in my body over the next month. I'm not going to start it today because I don't have the diacutamus earth yet, so I need to order that. And then you'll hear me on about the parasite cleanse and the I'll be doing heavy metals as well at the same time. So, yeah, is it true? No, it's not. I'll tell you that right now. And turn it into a question. What would it take for me to stop being so irritated by them? How do I get free from these emotional triggers? Feel the body when you start going into, right, show me then. Help me. Ask for help. Why would you not? And it will appear. It might be me on here in the morning, battering on. Now, these things that I'm teaching you, they only work, guess what? If you practice them, if you do them, and start laughing. Laugh at how stupid you are. We all are for believing the stories the mind's coming up with it. Oh my God. We are destroying ourselves. It is honestly mental what we're doing to ourselves. So, the usual, please like, share, please come along to the festivals, tell people that you know about the festivals. Tarbert in 2 weeks, Skye in 4 weeks. Yeah, we're so excited. We've got a phenomenal lineup, really amazing energy. I'm just so blessed and excited about the people that are coming towards us and going, what can I do to help? I want to get in there. We're looking at creating an alliance where we got all these people that are really understand we're moving out of the blame, shame, and complain 3D energy, and we're into creation mode. And we are going to have healing hubs all over Scotland. Mark my words. And eventually we'll get the big healing oasis as well. Who knows what will come first, even? Let's put it out there. What would it take for us to have healing hubs all over Scotland? What would it take for us to have the most incredible healing sanctuary oasis in the world in our beautiful land? Come on, show us. Share, 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 share. And yeah, help me get the events out there and pass this on to somebody that you think could really appreciate it. And have a wonderful day. Ciao.